timing of meals and how they affect fat loss and building lean muscle. With the basics of intermittent fasting and why I do it and some of the benefits you can expect to receive. All right, so many of the guys, so many of the friends that I have over the years have been contacting me, and subscribers and people that watch my channel, and just literally been wanting to know more about intermittent fasting. Like, what's it all about? How does it work? Why do you do it? How do I get ripped? How do I get shredded, man? How do you freaking do it, dude? What's your secrets, man? I mean, specifically, I want to talk about Felix, Mike Lozano, Penny, Ben, Parinder, Angie, another friend of mine from Sacramento who moved out to San Francisco. Strategy of eating is going to do is turn you into a body fat burning machine, where you just begin to burn body fat for fuel as opposed to burning calories. Now, in simplest terms, all intermittent fasting is pushing out the breakfast as far as you can, waiting on having that first meal, listening to your body and not having the first meal until you get out towards the end, towards at least lunchtime. That's the idea. The goal is waiting to 8 hours, okay? Waiting to 8 hours after you wake up. So you wake up, wait 8 hours to eat, that's the goal. Another guy called Channa here over at the rec center where I train at, Channa is the freaking man. This guy's like 44 years old. He comes up to me and he approaches me and he says, Gavin, I'm training hard. I'm eating perfect. His diet was flawless. He's like, I'm just doing everything right. He eats raw foods, whole foods, good meats, nuts, his diet was in check, man. The guy's in shape. He's training 5 days, 6 days a week. He's busting his butt. He just could not get lean. He's strong. He's really strong. Literally about 2.5 months ago now, he comes up to me. He's like, dude, what do I got to do? He's like, I got to get shredded, man. What do I got to do? And he literally approached me and he said this, and I'm not like in the gym, like telling guys what to do. If they come to me like that, humble, and they really want to learn, I'm going to tell them. He was spot on. The only thing was, I told him, I said, listen, stop eating that first meal. He would pound egg whites and eggs in the morning, and I think he was having like oatmeal or something. And so I was like, stop eating that first meal in the morning. Stop doing that. Push it out towards lunch. Try to get it till 2 o'clock. Like, this guy had no problem. Channa had no problem at all, like saying, forget it, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll do whatever it takes. So he literally started pushing his first meal out, and 2.5 months later, he's completely transformed. Okay, this guy, I went through the measurements with him, with his body, of the Greek god measurements, where, the balance between the waist and the chest and the biceps, and he is literally like a 1/2 inch off on his biceps, and like dead on his waist and dead off on his chest. The guy has nearly the perfect Greek god physique now. All he needed to do was shred down, and he's lost about, I think it was like 13 pounds, like 13 to 15 pounds, which is a lot, but he's a lot lighter, but he lost that last bit of fat in like 2.5 months, like 13, 15 to 14 pounds. And now he's like just lean and shredded. And he's like, dude, Gavin, I only need a 1/2 inch on my arms when I get the Greek god physique. So props to Channa. Timing is something that is incredibly important, incredibly powerful. It's helped to transform my body into becoming a fat burning machine, being like lean, shredded, aesthetic year round, and in the way of effortlessly. I built a habit, and I've talked about this in many other videos before in the past, in the fact that being lean, being fit, being shredded is not everything in life. There's a lot more important things. But it's very important to build the habit now, get it figured out, get it out of the way, okay, so that you can go on with your life, have that habit of having a lean, healthy body. And so as you have kids and as you grow older, you could run around, play soccer, play around with your kids and be healthy, be fit, be active, live a long, healthy, vibrant life. What to say about stress on the body? We go through stress daily, as we work out, as we go outside and walk, as we stress ourselves. So nature has developed us as human beings and specimens to deal and adapt with stress. Now, moderate amounts of stress, intermittent stress, is incredibly good for the body. All right, so this whole idea of timing of meals is along the same lines of putting the body under just a tiny amount of stress for a short amount of time, and then relieving it. Not too long. Okay, we don't want to stress the body too long. That can be detrimental, very dangerous. But just intermittent amounts of stress. So in the way of timing of meals, the idea is that we want to stress the body, and stress the body, like put it under a little bit of stress, like we're going through a little bit of hungry. I'm not eating for like 6 to 8 hours after I wake up. It's a little bit stressful. Maybe a little bit hard. The body has to go in and start burning fat reserves, okay, for energy, and it's a little bit stressful. But then we relieve the body by giving it a nice, fruit and incredibly fulfilling, satisfying meals, and then the stress is over. And we get some rest, sleep really good, and it's over, and we rest and we recover. Then we start again the next day, and we put it under a little bit of stress, waiting that 6 to 8 hours before we start eating our first meal. And by doing that, okay, we go out and begin to train the body to getting away from burning calories to burning body fat for energy. Timing of meals is not the only factor. The other major factor is understanding how much food our bodies can process. Energy in, energy out. How much do we burn? How much can we consume to stay at our maintenance level? So I'm going to give you the benchmark number for that. And really, the first habit that a new person should be developing, that I develop and recommend to anybody else to develop, any of you guys who contacted me, is starting to log in your food. And, not to change your diet, not to go on a diet. It's not a diet, just to build a habit of identifying how much food you process each day. I love MyFitnessPal. It's very easy to use. Building the habit of logging in your food every single day is the first step. Alright, so once you have the habit of logging in your food each day, now you need to know how much food you can process. Don't go off of what MyFitnessPal says. Don't go off those internet calculators. I don't believe them. Let me give you the real numbers, alright? For an average person, a regular person, even if they're looking to lose weight, as long as you're active 1 hour a day, what I mean by active 1 hour a day is you need to be walking a minimum of 1 hour a day. At least 1 hour a day of activity. Walking or strength training. 1 hour a day. Not cardio, but just walking 1 hour a day. If so, then you use a benchmark of 15 calories per pound of body weight for maintenance. So for me, let's say I'm using 160 pounds times 15, that means maintenance is going to be 2,400 calories per day. That means if I want to stay the same, I can eat 2,400 calories. If I want to drop weight aggressively, then I want to drop down to 12. All right, 12 calories per pound of body weight is going to be aggressive fat loss. All right, so now those are just kind of two benchmark numbers that you can kind of keep there in your mind as you're logging your food as to where you want to be. Now, by putting the body under a little bit of stress and pushing the first meal out 6 to 8 hours, it becomes very easy and effortless to do this because you have one large meal, let's say 1,000 calories, maybe 1,200 calories. That leaves you with like another 1,000 calories left. You're full, you're good. You have dinner, then another 1,000 calories. Maybe you have another 200 calories for a snack. Maybe a couple pieces of fruit, an apple and a banana for a little snack late at night. Or maybe some honey. Really, honey's a really good one. Great sugar for sweet tooth. Sugar is good. It's good. It's fine. Carbs are good. They're fine. These things are all good. But as long as we're staying in our threshold for calories, right? So staying in that maintenance level, or if we want to drop, we got to drop down a little bit to drop fat. Okay, so the idea of timing of meals that we talked about, timing of meals when we start our first meal, 6 to 8 hours after we wake up, and then getting an idea for how much food that we process, how much food our bodies can process each day. And the strategy of this waiting to eat is a strategy to allowing us to easily eat less, like eat that normal threshold and not overeat. For me, food is very addictive. It tastes good. I love food. I love sweets. I love it. I eat it. I want to eat more. I want to keep going. But when I eat like this at night, I eat till I'm full. I can't eat anymore, I'm good. But if I start eating earlier in the day, I start getting hungry and my hunger picks up. I want to eat more, I want to eat more, I want to eat more. And what happens? You end up being a fat pig, and it looks like crap, and you feel terrible, and you die young, and you're unhealthy. So it's important to build this habit now. This is a very easy, effortless way to do it. Intermittent fasting is what it's called. Timing of meals is everything. A lot of people, they'd rather start and eat breakfast and eat lunch. That's fine too. If you'd rather just start your fasting period, like say at 2 p.m., that works better for some people, where they just don't eat dinner. That's just the same. If you don't want to eat dinner, you want to stop eating at 2 o'clock, that's fine too. Okay, you could do that. And then just not eat for the next 6 hours or 8 hours. If that is how your body works, you're going to get great results doing that as well. But for me, and for most people, social hour is dinner time. We go have dinner with the family, go out for dinner. I need to have my dinner because that's just when I'm hungry. That's also when I'm doing a lot of things. I don't usually have social hour during breakfast or even lunchtime, because I don't eat lunch anymore either. I just do dinner. But in the beginning, it's okay to go and start at lunchtime, starting at like say 12 o'clock and then pushing it out to like, let's say 2 o'clock. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, as you gradually go through the process. The idea is getting to a 16 to 18 hour period for fasting. Okay, that's really the goal. My benchmark right now is 20 hours. That's advanced, but I'm just saying that's where I'm at, where the human growth hormone really starts to pick up and kick in and get tremendously, tremendous benefits in the way of strength gain, focus. And you'll notice by doing this, by focusing on timing of meals, is that the brain can focus a lot more. There's no blood going into the stomach to process food. So when I'm at work, I'm able to focus all my attention on work, or all my attention on working out or training, or working on the computer or creating something, creating a video, writing an article, whatever you're doing. And the way of focus, your blood that would normally be in your stomach to digest food is now in your brain. And so your brain can focus better. It can create more. You have more energy, because like the creative mind is so much blood flowing through it. It's a profound feeling. I can't, put words into it exactly, but you'll experience this where your focus is up, your energy's up, you're more productive, you're more creative because you have more blood flowing through your brain. It's not just always in your stomach. And then when you're done working, it's time to kind of wind down. You have a nice, big, giant, huge, satisfying meal, and you eat till you're full. Eat till you're full. It feels so good. I love it. Timing of meals. Hope this video helped you. If it did, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe. And I'll put another video up here and the link right here. You can find more information that I've shot on talks I've done about timing of meals and intermittent fasting and my process over the last, plus over 1 year of doing this process. Okay, so thank you. Subscribe right here on the channel. And I love you. Thanks for watching.